The story of Dalgyal Gwishin's ghost eggs the souls of lonely people. Imagine that, on a beautiful day, you treat yourself to a hike up Taibak Mountain. Everything is wonderful, like everyone else. You are immersed in the beauty of the mountains and forests as well as the rich history here. The most famous thing in this whole area is Mount Taibak itself, with sparkling frost-covered foliage covering the slopes in winter. The highest peak of Taibak San is also a sacred ground where tables are set up. Ancient shamanist temple. Wanting a more private experience, you go deeper into the Ilwolsan area. Sun Moon Mountain. This place is more secluded, with fewer dangerous steep slopes. Then you suddenly realize that the front has been blocked for military reasons. But having come this far, must I return empty-handed? The idea of having the whole mountain-top view all to yourself makes you sneak over the fence, telling yourself you'll only go a short distance. You pass through the winding branches of the mountainside, with no one in sight. Here to forbid you from going further than that. It gets dark, and you realize it's time to go back. Following the path just now, your anxiety gradually rises as the scenery suddenly becomes strange. The straight road becomes twisted and winding. Through dense foliage, you suddenly don't know whether to go right or left. Maybe it's just an illusion, you tell yourself. Darkness falls and the foliage becomes thicker, you are lost. Worse, you feel the presence of something in the forest, something lingering around the corner of your eyes. Your heart tells you not to stop here, but you can't walk all night. Yes, and according to survival shows, it's best to stay still. You stop and listen. The night was quiet and the surroundings were covered with trees. Anxious and exhausted, you crouched under a big tree, knowing that you would have a better chance of finding a way out when morning came. You fall asleep. You wake up startled, your heart is beating wildly and you don't know why. Perhaps your instincts make you frantically observe the space around you. The night was still quiet, only the air gradually became cold. Hugging yourself, you caught a glimpse of a faint shadow, as quick as a flash of light through the trees. You close your eyes tightly, trying to dispel the dim light, and when you open them, you see a figure approaching. The night lifts the thick black curtain to reveal what is before your eyes, different from what you imagined. Created by you, has no glowing eyes, no drooling sharp fangs, worst of all, the thing before you has no parts at all. Pale and empty, without a face, not even limbs. A feeling of extreme fear filled you. People are often afraid of things they can't explain, and the thing in front of you makes the blood flow back down your legs. Standing still, you don't know if it was you screaming or the noise in your mind. Somehow, the creature gets closer, and closer. If everything you encounter above is true, it will be the last thing you see. Dalgyal Gwishin, Dalgyal Gwishin, also known as ghost eggs, usually resides mainly in high mountains. What makes them special compared to other ghost species is that Dalgyal lacks most parts of the face. They have no eyes, nose, mouth, or even limbs. These are the scariest and deadliest spirits in Korean folklore, as those who encounter them will die instantly. Folklore says that they will stalk climbers who dare to go deep into the forests on top of Korean mountains. In Korean mythology, Dalgyal Gwishin is considered an unusual thing, because although there are many types of ghosts and monsters in folk tales, but most tend to retain human characteristics. For example, the ghost of a virgin, drowned ghost, and Gumiho, the nine-tailed fox. Although most of them are very scary, their cruelty can be explained by the trauma they suffered while alive. The creepy thing here is that people do not understand Dalgyal Gwishin's motives, they simply kill people. Some people think that Dalgyal Gwishin is the ghost of lonely people, people who died without anyone. Which body, friends or family are the things that make up our lives, and Dalgyal Gwishin lacks all of that, making them an empty soul, both physically and emotionally. That's what makes them one of the scariest spirits in Korean folklore. Unable to communicate, unable to bargain and beg. They will kill anyone they encounter. Compared to the scary faces of other ghosts, perhaps Dalgyal Gwishin's blank face is the most horrifying. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.